Hey, how's everybody doing? Keith Stevenson here. We're going to go live in a few minutes. Just bear with me. We'll be going live in about 2 minutes. Keith Stevenson. See you soon. I know it's 11:59. Getting ready to jump things off in 1 minute. If any comments you want to leave, go ahead and post those comments now. Why don't we start off by just saying, where are folks? Can you just type in where you're from? That'd be great. If you're a school leader, put what role you play with schools. That'd be super helpful. I have to be honest, first time using this new technology, StreamYard, so still trying to work out the kinks. If in fact we have some technical issues, just realize I'm still trying to figure it out. So we'll get it together all at some point. But we're going to start in about 30 seconds. 30 seconds. All right, cool. So, again, my name is Keith Stevenson. Coming to you today with my first live event called School Leaders Live, strengthening the cultures or strengthening school cultures through classroom management. Today's event is going to be maybe 10, 15 minutes long. If you're having lunch, enjoy your lunch while you're here. Listen to me in the background. If you're on the West Coast and just waking up and just getting to school, make sure you have a great and awesome day. So classroom management is my area of specialization. I love schools. I love data. I love building teams. I love all of the above, but I absolutely love classroom management. The fact is I don't think that there's anything more important to schools than having strong classroom managers. Okay. Now I know some of you will say, well, reading data and math data and sustained school improvement, all of those things are critically important. However, if you have teachers who cannot manage student behaviors and cannot manage themselves through a school day, you are going to struggle all the way around. Okay. Disciplinary referrals will be high, suspensions will be out of control. You'll have teachers who are taking these mental health days every other day, using all of their planned and unplanned leave, because the culture of the school will be negative. There'll be a negative school, morale will be low, and without a collective effort to improve classroom management, which will serve as the foundation for all success for all schools, your school will struggle. And you, as a leader, will struggle because you will be weighed down by teacher complaints, parent complaints, etc. So, obviously, if we can get classroom management under control, you'll be in a much better place than you were prior to, you'll be in a much better place than you were before. So I have some goals for today's event. 2 goals, okay? Provide you with strategies to systematically support your new and struggling teachers while recognizing the expertise in your great teachers, okay? And the model that I want to present to you today is this teacher support carousel. The teacher support carousel. So when I was a school leader, when I was an assistant principal, or even when I was a teacher, there was a model that was used to support new and struggling teachers. And that model was assign the new or struggling teacher to a mentor teacher. Okay. So you may have mentor teachers, and we're not even going to get into how they may have been selected. Okay. You'll have and some of those teachers may have been selected because they were like great instructionally, or maybe just based on seniority. And if sometimes you had money associated with it, then you just had people who were trying to make an additional money without really doing a whole lot of work. At any rate, however the mentor teacher was selected, the fact is that by November, by December, that mentor teacher had probably met with the teachers, all that they're going to meet with them, and they have their own issues, their own concerns, their own responsibilities, their own obligations. And as a result, they are no longer focused on supporting those new or struggling teachers. So there has to be a better way to support your teachers in the school who are new or struggling. And I want to make something clear before we go on. The fact is teaching is one of the only professions where in your first year, in your first week, in your first day, you are expected to perform as good, if not better, than the veteran teachers within the school. Okay. As a parent, I don't want to hear that there's a new teacher who is teaching my child and that teacher is deficient in some way. Okay. I don't want to hear that. My expectation as a parent, my expectation as a school leader is for that teacher to perform just as well as the next teacher. Okay. Who may be a veteran. Okay. So that's the basis of things, right? So we talked about the old model where somebody is just provided with a mentor teacher. But I want to talk about I want to get into creating a teacher support carousel, okay? And you may be asking yourself, Keith, what the heck is that? Okay, well, I'm going to give you 5 steps to create this carousel. And again, we're going to go back to the objective where we're going to systematically support teachers, and we're going to recognize those teachers who are doing well within your school. So I want you to think about your typical classroom, your high-performing classroom. And as a school leader, I want you to identify classroom management skills that you think are important and need to be present within your schools. Okay. So those may be, developing healthy relationships, could be classroom routines and rituals, or healthy classroom routines and rituals. It could be, praising students for positive behavior. It could be time management. It could be lesson planning. All of these things are classroom management strategies that are important and likely present in all of your highly effective classrooms. So I want you to identify classroom management skills that you think are important. And you don't need to identify 10, just identify 3 or 4. Okay? So that's step number 1. Identify classroom management skills that you think are important. Number 2, or step 2, I want you to identify teachers who are great at that skill. Okay? Identify teachers who are great at developing healthy relationships, who are great at establishing healthy classroom routines and rituals. Teachers who are great at managing their time, right? And you're just going to identify one teacher in each of these areas. Now, I want to note the teachers who you are identifying as experts in this area may not be perceived across the school as like an expert teacher. However, they are expert in that area. Okay, they're an expert in that area of time management. They're an expert in that area of developing healthy relationships. They're an expert in that area of establishing healthy classroom routines and rituals. Okay, so identify teachers who are great at that specific skill. Step 3, I want you to establish forums, right, where these expert teachers can work with the select teachers who may be new or who may be struggling. And I want you to establish forums from when they can have conversations with them. This can either be like through PLCs, it could be through a new teacher academy, it could be collaborative planning time. Just establish and designate a time that these expert teachers can support these new or struggling teachers, okay? And 2 times a month or 1 time a month, right? I want you to allocate 15 to 20 minutes so these expert teachers can provide professional development to the new or struggling teachers, okay? That's step number 4. Have the expert teachers provide short PDs for the new or struggling teachers. Because these teachers are new or struggling, you're going to focus with one strategy at a time. Do not have all of your expert teachers present all during one forum. Allow the new or struggling teachers to focus on one area at a time. And again, this PD can be delivered once a month. It can be delivered twice a month. I probably would not do it more than that. So if you have 4 areas that you want to focus on and you are going to present that PD twice a month, then in 2 months, you should see a drastic improvement in these new or struggling teachers. Okay, so that's step number 4. Have the expert teachers present strategies to select teachers for 10 to 15 minutes. The last and final step, have select teachers conduct peer observations of expert teachers' lessons. Okay, these peer observations do not need to be 45 minutes long. 10 to 15 minutes for your select teachers to go and observe your expert teachers' classrooms. Okay, and once that's done, you can hold a debrief or what have you, but 7 to 10 minutes, and be very specific with the skill that you want those teachers to observe. Okay, remember, you are introducing teachers to concepts and instructional strategies that will improve their overall performance. Okay, so that is the 5 steps to creating a teacher support carousel. Identify the classroom management skills that you think are important. Identify teachers who are great at the specific skill. Establish the forum for them to deliver the PD. Have teachers actually deliver the PD for 10 to 15 minutes. And then step 5 is have select teachers conduct peer observations of their peers' classrooms. 7 to 10 minutes, have them focus on a specific skill. And once you execute this teacher support carousel, you should absolutely see teachers improve across the board, which will ultimately strengthen your school's overall culture. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at keith@thoughtfulteacher.org. To subscribe to our newsletter, please click the QR code above. And if you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button below. Keith Stevenson signing off. Have an outstanding day.